say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' glare, the bombs burst in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Who is in trouble? Please be seated. It is really, really hard to imagine a more beautiful backdrop than the one we have set behind us today. And audience members, while you no doubt have $1 million view in front of you, I suspect that the members of our platform party would agree with me that we are being treated to an even more spectacular view. PVCC family and friends, you look absolutely resplendent. Welcome again. We're glad you're here. Isn't it wonderful to be together here in this special place? And isn't it wonderful to be together celebrating such a special occasion? It is my pleasure at this time to introduce now members of our platform party. Please hold your applause until I have completed all introductions. Our mace bearer today is Professor Kit Decker. Dr. John Donnelly, Vice President of Instruction and Student Affairs. Dr. Scott Jeffries, Vice President of Finance and Administrative Services. You all may be seated. But I'm glad to know it works. So. Josh Fitzpatrick, Associate Vice President for Technology Services and Chief Information Officer. Brittany Ressman, Associate Vice President of Institutional Research, Planning, and Institutional Effectiveness. Teresa Willis, Interim Associate Vice President of Human Resources. If you haven't guessed by now, we have the longest titles of any of the 23 community colleges. Dr. Charles DeSantis, Chair of the PVCC College Board. Kaki Brooks, Vice Chair of the PVCC Educational Foundation Board. Dr. Karen Stout, President and Chief Executive Officer of Achieving the Dream. Dr. David Doré, Chancellor, Virginia Community College System. And Dr. Gene Runyon, President, Piedmont Virginia Community College. Our interpreters today are Letty Naslu and Weston Broach. So there are some additional guests in the audience today that we want to recognize. Again, I would ask that you please hold your applause until I have completed the introductions. As I call your name, please stand. You're welcome to sit after what seems like the appropriate amount of time of standing. From the Virginia Community College System, we're pleased to have with us Dr. Craig Herndon, the Senior Vice Chancellor for Administration, Finance, and Technology. Susan Pollard, Assistant Vice Chancellor for Strategic Communications. Dr. Sherry Robertson, Assistant Vice Chancellor for Policy and Instructional Support Services. Nicole Stewart, Assistant Vice Chancellor, Applications and Integration Technologies. And Dr. Mike Russell, Chief Information Officer. From our College Board today, we have with us Madison Cummings, representing Albemarle County. Alfreda Morris, representing Albemarle County. Janet Morrow, representing the City of Charlottesville. Chinta Gaston, representing the City of Charlottesville. Leslie Fravel, representing the City of Charlottesville. Dr. Fred Lang, representing Fluvanna County. Robbie Morris, representing Greene County. And Lola Richardson, representing Louisa County. We're pleased today to have a number, yes. We're getting the hang and the cadence. This is great. From our Educational Foundation Board today, we're pleased to have with us Whit Broom, Bobby Bruner, Allison DeTunk, Carolyn Rainey, Jim Green, and Ray Mishler. We're also pleased today to have two of our incoming board members with us, Peggy Eccles and Tim Rose. In addition, we're pleased to welcome some former Educational Foundation board members that are with us today: Wendy Brown, Bob Guest, Phil Shiflett, Cynthia and Jim Stoltz. And lastly, I want to recognize someone who's worn two hats for us. Betsy Woodard is here today. She's a past president of the PVCC College Board and a past president of the PVCC Educational Foundation Board. Know that we are fortunate today to have a number of individuals representing our localities, our local and state representatives, and our public school partners. Would you all please stand and be recognized if you're here today? And lastly, a name that I know is familiar to many of you, we're pleased to have with us today President Emeritus Frank Friedman, the college's 5th president. We're pleased also to have Sue Friedman joining us. This time, it's my pleasure to introduce our College Board Chair, Dr. Charles DeSantis, to give remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. On behalf of the PVCC Board, I bid you welcome and thank you so much for being here today for this very special occasion in the life of this institution. In this, our 51st year, we officially celebrate the investiture of our 6th PVCC president. Each of the past 5 presidents of the college did their best to help PVCC grow and develop. Dr. Harold McGee, Dr. James Walpole, Dr. George Vaughn, Dr. Debbie DeCroce, and our longest serving and most recent past president, who was just introduced, Dr. Frank Friedman. Each of those individuals held this college in trust during their tenures, and if we could ask them collectively what they would wish for the new president, I have no doubt what they would say. They would want Dr. Runyon to be absolutely the best president PVCC has ever had. And they would not do that, they would not say that to diminish their own accomplishments, which of course were many, but out of recognition that is this institution, this college, that is its mission going forward is the most important thing to focus on. So real quickly, what does a president of a community college do? The president, we might have some people who could answer that for us. Or maybe what should they do? The president is the face of the college. I think we all know that. It is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365 days a year position. The president constantly advocates for the vision of the college, the mission of the college, and for the needs of the college. She serves others before herself. She gives credit to others. The president serves multiple audiences: students, faculty, staff, the Virginia Community College system, the community, and must be available to all. She is the eye of the storm, remaining calm and focused at a time of crisis and turbulence. She makes the hard decisions, often carrying the pain of those decisions alone. She accepts criticism and learns from it. She graciously accepts compliments, but does not lose sight of who she is. She's trustworthy, and she's a trust builder. And no matter what obstacles come her way, she persists. So you might ask, who would want to do a job like that? It is one who truly believes in the transformative power of the community college to change lives for the better. Community colleges are an American institution, an American creation. Sometimes called democracy's college, community colleges were created to open the door of opportunities, especially for those who had been denied those opportunities previously. Langston Hughes' iconic poem, Harlem, asks a simple and profound question. What happens to a dream deferred? In a few stanzas, Langston Hughes describes the devastating consequences of a dream deferred both for individuals and for society. So if you are a true believer in the power of making dreams into reality, as I know Gene Runyon is, then you should be a community college president. It is absolutely the best, most joyful, meaningful job in the world. With this investiture today, it is with great confidence that we officially entrust this college to Gene Runyon. I speak for the board, and I think I speak for all who are here, and say with confidence, in Gene we trust. And now please welcome PVC's outstanding Vice President for Instruction and Student Affairs, Dr. John Donnelly.
Good morning. Piedmont Virginia Community College is the community's college, and as the community's college, it is important to hear the voices of students, staff, faculty, and community partners who will welcome and bring greetings and good wishes for Dr. Gene Runyon as our 6th president of Piedmont Virginia Community College. Representing those voices today are Mara Cox, president of the Student Government Association, representing our students, Amanda Key, coordinator of our Student Financial Resource Center, representing the support staff, Dr. Justin Wirt, associate professor and faculty senate co-chair, representing the faculty, and Dr. Wendy Horton, chief executive officer of UVA Health's University Medical Center, representing our vibrant community partners.
Piedmont Virginia Community College is a place where dreams take flight for students. I've had the privilege of personally experiencing the life-changing opportunities at PVCC, as well as watching peers blossom into themselves at this school. I periodically try to imagine where I would be on any given day had I not started classes at PVCC. I would have missed out on life-changing field trips that helped me envision a career in geology. My sense of self and overall confidence would have remained abysmally low. I never would have been able to complete an immeasurably important internship that opened new doors for me. I know that many students here echo similar sentiments. Success is possible because the students here trust the faculty and feel how much their professors and administrators want them to succeed. I know that David Lerman, Callan Bentley, and Mary Evelyn Sellers have made the school a place that I want to be. Even the most overwhelming of days are calmed by the knowledge that I have people here to turn to for guidance and support. People who want to help during the students' darkest hours. A peer spoke once regarding a club which I have a leadership role in. They explained that before joining the club, they felt like a stray dog. And when they joined the club, they found a home. I watched the student become a leader in that club and pull their peers up. As a club leader myself, this was the biggest compliment that I could have received. But the same feeling extends beyond individual clubs. So many of us begin classes directionless and unsteady. PVCC becomes a home, a safe place to grow, learn from mistakes, and become the person that you want to be. President Runyon, as we look towards the future, I want to remind you to support the students who are not yet here. Students who are fighting through homelessness, a lack of reliable transportation, mental and physical health struggles, and fears. Students like myself, who have left and returned repeatedly before finding their footings. It can be incredibly difficult for people to have the confidence and the resources to walk into admissions and sign up for that first class. It can be the scariest day of a student's career. But once they're here, they'll know that there's a seat for them at every table and an ear for every concern.
Good morning. Piedmont Virginia Community College is a place where dreams take flight for staff when our students reach their goals. August 18th, 2023, an email from a PVCC student. My graduation was one of the most rewarding events of my life because it made me feel very proud of myself for achieving such a challenging goal. Last week, after a lot of studying, I finally took my NCLEX exam, and the most exciting part is that I found out that I passed. I'm finally a registered nurse. At the beginning of 2023, that same student walked into my office unsure of how she was going to pay her mortgage, how she was going to provide food for her daughter, and had doubts about completing her final semester. Well, now she's a registered nurse at the University of Virginia Hospital. I share this story with you today because that student and the support she received during her time here at PVCC best describes this college. PVCC is a place where they want to know your name and not just your student number. A place where one can come and dream the impossible and face some of the most challenging obstacles, and no matter what direction a student turns, someone will be there. A place that a student calls their second home because it's a safe space. It's our place. A place where the term student ready means more than just advancing student success. Also means providing a student a community of care. So President Runyon, as we look towards the future, I think it's bright. And I look forward to seeing you in an email on August 18th, 2024, and saying, we did it again. We made another dream take flight.
Good morning. Piedmont Virginia Community College is a place where faculty and student dreams take flight. As a 15-year member of the faculty and co-president of the Faculty Senate, I've witnessed the unparalleled dedication and creativity of the PVCC faculty. As a former community college student myself, whose mother and two sisters, they were triplets, attended one of the first community colleges in California, I know what access to a great college education at affordable price means to our hardworking students and their families. The PVCC faculty are a diverse, multi-talented group of dedicated professionals, educators, and scholars. We're experts in our fields of knowledge who take the time to talk with students in the hallways and who take students with us on scientific journeys in labs, on journeys through books in the library, on field trips to geological, historical, and multicultural sites and events, even on international flights to South America and Europe. We guide them through many challenging classes in the sciences, business, math, technology, the humanities, and fine arts, helping students to earn degrees and certificates and to learn to value themselves and others in our diverse community. Within this PVCC community, we encourage and inspire our students to become and achieve their very best. President Runyon, as we look toward the future, we, the PVCC faculty, look forward to working with you to help our students achieve their hopes and dreams. As your journey at PVCC takes flight, we look to you as our leading light.
Good morning. Piedmont Virginia Community College is a place where dreams take flight and for communities served by the college. It's a place where aspirations become a reality, where hopes turn into action. PVCC is a pillar of our community and plays a vital role in creating a vibrant community in which we all live and work, and its impact cannot be understated. UVA Health and PVCC have established a relationship based on trust, respect, and innovative thinking. PVCC has been an indispensable ally, an essential partner, a cherished friend to UVA Health, especially as we emerged from the pandemic, facing an unprecedented workforce challenges. Qualified applicants were so scarce, and we needed innovative thinking to pave the way forward, to create opportunities that would ignite an interest in healthcare. PVCC has been with us from the very beginning, helping us launch an Earn While You Learn program that has provided now training for certified medical assistants, phlebotomists, English as a second language for certified nursing assistants, and sterile processing technicians. But beyond the Earn While You Learn program, there are so many other programs in healthcare that support this community, including nursing that we just heard about. PVCC has customized programs to meet many community partners, adapting course sizes, schedules, and even sharing facilities and spaces to make it all happen. Earn While You Learn has exceeded our expectations, and just in 1 year, more than 200 students have graduated this program, and more than 50% went through the PVCC program. This achievement not only means as employers of our community, but has translated into the career advancements that we heard about today within UVA Health, within our community, and within our workforce. These individuals now proudly serve our community, UVA Health, and have made remarkable impacts both in strengthening workforce, their personal lives, and caring for patients within our community. We're tremendously grateful for the partnership and the pivotal role and helping us with Earn While You Learn at such a critical time in the pandemic and making sure that our program's been successful. Our community is undoubtedly stronger and healthier thanks to the collaborative efforts. So President Runyon, the future ahead is filled with promise and potential. Together, we're building a sustainable infrastructure for healthcare workforce and development of students that addresses today's demands while anticipating future needs. We've come to understand we are much stronger as a community when we work together, and indeed, the whole is greater than the sum of our parts. We've shown that together, we turn challenges into opportunities and make dreams come to flight. Our communities served by Piedmont Virginia Community College. I wish you great success in the years ahead, and on behalf of UVA Health and our entire community, I extend our heartfelt thanks for your support and your ongoing partnership. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Karen A. Stout. Dr. Stout is the president and CEO of Achieving the Dream, the leading national network of community colleges focused on whole college transformations that directly address inequitable outcomes for students. PVCC joined the Achieving the Dream network this summer, and we're excited to be a part of a network of colleges also committed to student success and completion. Dr. Stout has been a part of Dr. Runyon's professional journey, and we are pleased that she is here with us today to deliver remarks on this momentous occasion. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Karen Stout to the podium.
Well, good morning. Greetings. Welcome and good morning to fellow delegates. Many of you I know. I personally feel very fulfilled seeing you all here today supporting President Runyon. To colleague speakers, trustees, honored guests, colleagues, community members, faculty, students, staff, and of course, friends and family of President Runyon. I'm just delighted and honored to be here today as we gather for the investiture of a new college president. a tradition that dates back to the beginning of the university system, and a moment to pause and recognize the past, the present, and the promise of Piedmont Virginia Community College. A tradition that we preserve today because of the historical marker it is, not just for the college, but for the community that this college is part of. Today is also a formal affirmation and recognition of President Runyon's presidency and the new beginnings that come with a presidential transition, new beginnings that build on past successes, including the celebration of your 50th anniversary, a time for you to set your collective sights on the future, a future that ensures that all of your students' dreams take flight. Community colleges are, in the words of journalist James Fallows, America's institutions of the moment. And he made this assertion based on traveling to community after community, observing that the communities with the strongest civic and economic fabrics have two key assets: a public library and a community college. So living up to this expectation will require a bold response by our sector and our individual colleges to overcome key challenges we're facing around access, and not in who is able to find us, but in who is missing from our campuses. Widening equity gaps in completion and post-completion success. Skepticism about the value and the return on post-secondary education. And a new urgency to consider our roles as leaders and as community conveners in an ever-increasing divisive climate. President Runyon, you are stepping into the presidency at a moment that calls for extraordinary leadership that is not just transformational on the inside, but also on the outside, as community colleges in addressing these challenges become hubs for catalyzing more equitable and thriving communities. I've often described our best community colleges as colleges that take the form of their communities while also leading the way in shaping the community's future. Piedmont Virginia Community College has these qualities. President Runyon, I've known you, I think, for more than 20 years. I know of your time at College of Southern Maryland. I know about your time at Anne Arundel Community College. I worked with you at Front Range Community College, and more recently worked with you as an Aspen Rising Presidential Fellow, and now as an Achieving the Dream College colleague. We share a mentor, a leader in the audience that's celebrating with us today. I know you are prepared. I know you are ready for the work ahead. President Runyon is a deep student of community colleges. But most importantly, she is driven to serve by the students. As a leader, you are entrepreneurial and pragmatic, wonder-prone and data-informed, candid and empathetic, quiet and not to be underestimated, a champion for connecting the institution to the larger community. You understand that today's community colleges must be designed to help all students succeed, including those learners that need us most. You understand that this future at Piedmont Virginia Community College, a future where all students can take flight, cannot be accomplished alone. In just 1 year as president, I have watched you mobilize more leadership from more people. I've seen your dream team start to take flight. So while there's not a secret recipe or even a secret presidential handshake that I can share today that will guarantee success. I am certain that the fundamentals are in place here at PVCC with your leadership. Here are a few wishes for you as you move forward from today. I wish you the thrill of leading and working with a high-performing team of faculty, administrators, and staff with a shared sense of common purpose that is embraced by all and that becomes the college's beacon when times are plenty and when times are scarce. I wish you the satisfaction of nurturing talent across the institution and the intuition and tools to find and build the next generation of leaders that will build and sustain the college's excellence. I wish you the pleasure of working side by side with a reflectful, thoughtful, smart, and caring faculty who will support your leadership by mirroring back to you your candor through rich, spirited discourse that will build a stronger and more dynamic college. I wish you time to spend with your talented and highly motivated students, as they will keep you fresh and focused with their new ideas, curiosity, dreams for the future, and energy for learning. I wish you the support and trust of your Virginia System colleagues, your local board and community leaders, as you work as a team to create a future that fully demonstrates the value of this college locally, statewide, and nationally. I wish you a sense of belonging that includes and extends beyond the walls of this campus. For it is from this sense of belonging that you will get inspiration that will be necessary to lead and will be your key source of personal and professional renewal throughout your presidency. And on those days when it doesn't feel like it's worth it, no bird, no dream takes flight in a calm, borrowing from Wilbur Wright's journal. And many of us know from experience that there will be those days. Remember, you are not alone. You have a whole cadre of colleagues here in this auditorium and across the country who will be more than willing to lend an ear, provide guidance, or affirm that you're headed in the right direction. I stand proudly among those colleagues. Congratulations, President Runyon.
Dr. Stout, thank you for those wonderful remarks. President Runyon, if there is indeed a secret presidential handshake, I am certain that someone out in the audience today knows how to teach it to you. I have the pleasure now of introducing Chancellor David Duray. David Duray became Chancellor of the Virginia Community College System, the VCCS, in April. Dr. Duray is the 10th person to lead the system, which was founded in 1966. In his position, Dr. Duray provides day-to-day leadership for a system serving more than 200,000 degree-seeking and workforce career training students annually. That's more than 40% of Virginia's undergraduate students. He oversees 23 independently accredited community colleges across 40 locations in every corner of Virginia. David Duray joined the VCCS in his 27th year serving community college students. Like so many of our students, he was a first-generation college student as well. His career has been guided by a fundamental belief that every learner can succeed if the conditions are right. He's focused on serving diverse and underrepresented populations to foster inclusive learning communities, supporting open access, student success, and economic mobility. Dr. Duray came to Virginia from Tucson, Arizona, where he served as president of campuses and executive vice chancellor at Pima Community College. He earned his Doctor of Education degree at Pepperdine University, a Master's of Business Administration degree at Georgetown University, his Master of Education at Boston College, Master of Theological Studies and Ethics at Santa Clara University. This is a new one for me, y'all. Sorry. Licentiate. Did I get it right? That's good. Licensure, maybe, of Philosophy and Ethics at Gonzaga University, and his Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy at Gannon University. Dr. Dore, you have been a busy man. Welcome. We're glad you're here.
Good morning, everyone. It is incredible to be back on the campus of Piedmont Virginia Community College. And I have to say, this is an Arizona day with this beautiful sun, except Arizona does not have this color. I just want to look over at that mountain there and take a picture. It is so beautiful. So, you know, I want to say what an honor and a privilege it is to be here today, to have the honor to do the installation, the formal installation of Dr. Jean Runyon as the 6th president of Piedmont Virginia Community College. But as you know, Dr. Runyon has been here, so I believe the tradition here in the Virginia Community College system is let's give the presidents a year before we install them. But I'm really excited to celebrate, and we are celebrating, I think, an incredible person, and I really look forward to her leadership for many, many years to come. Jean, we want you to stay around for a while. You know, I just want to give a little bit of background about Jean. Dr. Runyon, she brought over 4 decades of higher education experience to Piedmont. She served, and as Dr. Stout said, she served in key college leadership roles in Colorado and Maryland. And since this is an academic, and since you spent all that time on all those degrees, it's appropriate to mention here that she earned her bachelor's degree from Bloomsburg University, her master's degree from George Washington University, and her doctorate from North Central University. And, you know, I can tell you that my leadership style with our presidents is that we are a team. And so I am certainly going to be looking forward to Dr. Runyon's guidance and counsel and advice to me as we move our system forward. Because Piedmont, as others have said, is part of a 23 community college system that really spans every corner of Virginia. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the things going on here. I think there might be some opportunities to tour the beautiful new Advanced Technology and Student Success Center, which is, my understanding is it's going to open in the spring. And so I'm hoping that we'll be able to have students in there in the fall. And you know, one of the things about that building that is really distinctive is that is the first building in our entire system to be 100% alternative energy. So could we give them, yeah, it's pretty. And I have to say that I want to give you some marks for the cool factor because I've been watching that building go up on the webcam. So you can actually see that building in real time as it's going up. You know, there really is a spirit. One of the things I found coming to Virginia, there's really a spirit of innovation here, and there's all kinds of innovation on this campus. But I want to talk about one. The Network to Work program is just one example. You know, and we were talking a lot about, our speakers were talking about some of the needs of students. And this program connects job seekers with available jobs and support services. And over the past 2 years, 3/4 of job seekers found jobs 6 months after enrolling in Network to Work at PVCC. And almost half of the program participants are single parents. And on average, they more than doubled their annual take-home pay. What a success story, you know, and seeing all the colleges for myself. I started my position here in April, and my second day on the job, I got on the road because I wanted to get to every college and meet as many people as I could. And one of the distinctive, and I think the best part for me of those visits was my meeting with students. And I have to say something, and that certainly was the case here at PVCC. I have to say that in the Student Services Center here, I think we had one of the largest groups of students that I met with on the tour. And I found that group, which was sort of an organically formed group, they just sort of showed up and filled up this whole hall, had probably the most difficult questions and some of the most insightful questions that I had received. I mean, everything from what are you going to do about the schedule for my Spanish courses to, you know, when is the child care center opening here, and so forth and so on. But those questions really revealed, I think, an insight for me about PVCC and the faculty and staff, that these students were challenging me in terms of what we were going to do to make PVCC a better place for learners. And so I really want to commend the faculty and staff. You know, as a first-generation student myself, I am acutely aware of the challenges that our learners have. And, you know that we need to do things differently. And I think Dr. Stout really articulated it well. We have a great opportunity, and this is truly our moment, I think, for community colleges, and this is truly our time. And it is a time for us to rise and to do things differently across all of Virginia. And certainly here in this community. We are being called to serve an ever-growing, diverse population of learners. You know, traditionally, many community colleges have focused on K-12 graduates, and we will continue to be laser-focused on K-12 graduates. We graduate about 90,000 high school students every year. But there's another population that will be a priority of ours as a system moving forward, and that is this new majority of learners that you heard about: parents, underemployed workers, veterans, working learners, learning workers, people that need to upskill in this new economy. We have 2 million Virginians who only have a high school diploma. We have another 1.2 million Virginians that have some college and no high school degree or college degree or credential. We will be laser focused on going after this new majority of learners, and that means that we will be flipping our model of delivery, right, to really make sure that we are prepared for this new majority of learners. And so Dr. Runyon is leading in what I believe is to be an exciting time. And when we gathered in Roanoke in August, all of the presidents, you know, I said something then, that I truly believe that the future well-being of the people of Virginia will depend upon the people in this room, the leaders of the Virginia Community College system. And Dr. Runyon, the future of this community will depend upon your leadership, and you have an awesome responsibility. And I truly want you to know that we support you in your work ahead. And I also want to point out that we serve some of the most disadvantaged students across the Commonwealth of Virginia. The statistic was mentioned about 40%. It's actually 46% of all undergraduate students are students in a Virginia community college. We serve a high population of what we call ALICE, asset-limited, income-constrained populations. These are students, some of which are below the poverty level, but some of which are above the poverty level, but really don't have the assets, and many of them are day-to-day. And so we really, I think, have to ensure that we are connecting our students to services. And I was so impressed when I was here at Piedmont in the spring to see the partnerships and the connections that Piedmont has developed. We have a 6-year plan moving forward. Dr. Runyon is an integral part of that 6-year plan as we move to better align ourselves to the needs of business and industry and to align ourselves to this new majority of learners moving forward. And so we will continue to deliver that high-quality transfer education that really is a hallmark of Piedmont Virginia Community College, but we will also be focusing on the new challenges ahead in the Commonwealth of Virginia in the years ahead. And so with that, wanted to just provide a little context of where Jean is going to lead this college in terms of the context of the Commonwealth of Virginia. And now I want to begin the formal process of the installation of Dr. Runyon. So I'm going to ask Dr. Runyon if you would please step forward and come to my right. And it now becomes my honor to fulfill the formal part of the program and pass along 2 symbols of the Office of College President. Okay, Dr. Runyon, I have a brand new blank notebook for you. So I present you this notebook. So this journal is one that doesn't even have lines on it, so it's completely free. I hope this journal will be a symbol to you and a reminder of the success story that you will write for this college in your time as president. It is unwritten, it is limitless, and the possibilities, I think, are really endless for what you will do for this college. Working with your team and working with your community, the story is going to take form and grow, and we are going to see it collectively the way you lead this institution. And I know that you're going to make this story a brilliant one, so don't feel any pressure. And secondly, all of your colleagues have these beautiful medallions of the Virginia Community College system. I bestow on you this medallion engraved with the VCCS logo, signifying the office that you hold in this community college system. The chain signifies that you are one of 23 community college presidents who together play a significant role in making sure that this community college system promotes access, learning outcomes, and success for students of every race, ethnicity, gender, and socioeconomic group. And in doing so, ensures that lives and communities across the Commonwealth of Virginia are strengthened. And it is my great honor to present this VCC medallion to you with a request that you wear it going forward as part of your formal regalia at graduation ceremonies and other formal college events. And Dr. Runyon, are you ready to take the presidential oath? But she's got her hand up and everything. Okay. I, Jean Runyon, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of Piedmont Virginia Community College.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of Piedmont Virginia Community College.
And I will, to the best of my ability, lead the college with integrity. And promote broad and equitable access to higher education and workforce training. That empowers our community to thrive and grow. And now, by the authority vested in me by the State Board for Community Colleges in Virginia, I am delighted to formally instate you, Dr. Jean Runyon, as the 6th president of Piedmont Virginia Community College. Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you. Can I just say, great morning? It is. Thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Chancellor DeRay. I am proud to have joined the Virginia Community College system, and I am grateful for your leadership. My sincerest gratitude to all of you who are here today to play such an important part in the milestone of this college's history. To our PVCC faculty and staff, retirees, students, alumni, VCCS colleagues, elected and appointed officials representing the city of Charlottesville and the counties of Albemarle, Buckingham, Fluvanna, Greene, Louisa, and Nelson, business and community partners, family, and friends. And a special thank you to the inauguration committee led by Becky Parkhill, Susan Brooks, and Harry Stillerman, and a host of volunteers. It is an honor of a lifetime to lead an institution that plays such a transformational role in the hearts and the lives of our students and in the communities that we serve. I am reminded today of a quote attributed to Katie Skavinsky. "It's amazing how far you can go just because somebody believed in you." As I reflect upon today, I'm grateful for family, friends, colleagues, and mentors who played an important role in my journey. My parents and my 4 children inspired me to be the very best I could be as a daughter and a mother. My daughter Heather, son-in-law Josh, and baby Dylan are here today. I began my career as a high school business education teacher in what was then rural Southern Maryland. Charles County Community College, now the College of Southern Maryland, provided high school students with access to higher education since 4-year colleges and universities were more than an hour away. As an adjunct faculty and then a full-time faculty at the College of Southern Maryland, I quickly learned that a community college was about more than access. A community college is about access with success. And I learned that the best college teachers demonstrate compassion and a deep commitment to student learning, and that everyone at a college, regardless of role or title, impacts student completion. And I learned that a student-oriented culture contributes to transformation at scale. Years later, I applied to be the inaugural dean at Anne Arundel Community College's virtual campus. And the final interview was with Dr. Martha Smith, who was president of the college then. Marty, can you just stand for a second? Marty, round of applause for Marty. Thank you. Marty, as we sat in the small conference room in Ludlam Hall and you concluded your interview, you asked me this question: what can I do to support you? And I asked you to be a champion, and champion you did. And the members of Anne Arundel's Learning Response team warmly welcomed me and my many, many ideas. And the colleagues became lifelong friends and are joining today from Maryland, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Marty, because of you, we were able to dream and do. And because of you, Marty, I continue to dream and do with heart. And so my dreams took flight because those of you who believed in me. But today is really about Piedmont Virginia Community College. We gather to celebrate a future filled with hope, optimism, and possibility because dreams do take flight at Piedmont Virginia Community College. Our story began long before the first classes were offered in the fall of 1972 in temporary facilities in Albemarle County and the University of Virginia. Our story began with a commitment to access, opportunity, and excellence, and an unwavering belief in the transformative power of education. Visionaries looked beyond the horizon and imagined a college that would serve 6 counties in the city of Charlottesville, a college that would forever shape the lives of those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. We are a community of practitioners who are deeply committed to access, opportunity, and excellence. We are a college where generations of students have received an outstanding education and have gone on to find tremendous success across every professional field. Thousands of students have realized their hopes and dreams, and thousands more will imagine the possible of earning a PVCC degree, credential, or industry certification that leads to a high-demand, high-skilled job. Harriet Tubman said, "Every great dream begins with the dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach the stars to change the world." Dreams are the call of our purpose, and students are the call of our purpose as a community college. As we look toward the future, we'll continue to fill our promise and our purpose as the community's college with a deep commitment to access, completion, and community impact. Chancellor Dray, thank you for the blank journal. I especially like that it doesn't have lines. PVCC is a story that is still being written, and together we will write a beautiful masterpiece bound together by our experiences and our stories of real lives and real communities transformed by the power of education. Maura, Amanda, Justin, and Wendy, students, faculty, staff, and community partners, I hear your voices, and as president, I promise we won't stop dreaming. So, would you please welcome Dr. Andrew Renshaw to sing We Won't Stop Dreaming.
Here we are, living in the moment. And here we are, dreaming in the open. I look around, isn't this a new day? Doing things a new way. A new way. 'Cause this is our world. And this is our time. These are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. I look ahead, we can see forever. You and me doing it together. Light it up, we can be a million stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. This is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. Standing at the crossroads, feeling how the wind blows. We can soar above the clouds. Every moment is a heartbeat, and every breath feeling so sweet. Who can say what happens now? 'Cause this is our world, this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. And these are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. We won't stop dreaming.
Andrew, thank you for that stirring performance. How about one more round of applause? Just curious, by a show of hands, how many of you are visiting PVCC for the first time today? And how many of you are attending your first investiture ceremony today? Okay, so I don't want you to leave home with some unanswered questions. So, very quickly, is it always this beautiful at PVCC? Yes. Can you register for classes at PVCC? Yes. Will I attend a more enjoyable investiture ceremony in my lifetime? Probably not. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Kaki Brooks, who serves as the Vice Chair of our PVCC Educational Foundation Board, to give remarks on behalf of our Educational Foundation Board. Welcome, Kaki.
Good morning. As Harry said, it's my pleasure to serve on the board of PVCC's Educational Foundation, and it is a huge honor to join today's ceremony to formally install Dr. Jean Runyon as PVCC's 6th president. Our community college has been blessed with excellent leadership over its 50 years. Now we're in our 51st year. And you can tell from today's remarks that that proud tradition will continue during President Runyon's tenure. Many years ago, having just finished my own graduate work at UVA, I spent a semester teaching English at PVCC. I taught a day class for younger students fresh from high school and an evening class for working adults. Both groups, of course, were pursuing their dreams at PVCC, and I admired the effort that all my students made to move forward in their lives. But I must say that I was especially touched by the commitment and enthusiasm of the older students. Most had families and full-time jobs in addition to their evening classes. Not an easy balancing act. But they wanted to be there, they wanted to get their degrees, and they wanted to launch their deferred educational dreams. In my short time here in 1991, I was inspired to see just how many different types of people came up our hill to fulfill their dreams of academic enrichment and economic advancement. Now that I'm back at PVCC over 30 years later, granted in a nicer car and more mature clothing, I appreciate how PVCC has become a critical part of the educational and economic infrastructure of our community. Our graduates and trainees help to power the local economy. Some go on to complete 4-year degrees in Virginia's robust public colleges and universities. Some use their PVCC training to advance in their careers. Some are moved from poverty to lives of self-sufficiency. And some simply enjoy the academic and artistic enrichment of courses they always wanted to take. Wherever our students come from, they find support and inspiration at PVCC to make their dreams take flight. And with Dr. Runyon's passionate commitment to this vision, we look forward to many more years of dreams fulfilled. Congratulations, Dr. Runyon.
Thank you so much, Kaki. And thank you again to all of our speakers and our performers for your participation today. How about we give them one more round of applause? I feel very privileged and honored to be able to join each of you in sharing some brief congratulatory remarks as we close today's program. And upon reflection of today's event, where dreams take flight, I was reminded of a place called Inscription Rock. Inscription Rock, if you haven't heard about it, is located at the El Morro National Monument in New Mexico. And it's on my personal bucket list of destinations to visit. And the reason it belongs on my personal bucket list is because my dad, when I was growing up, used to tell stories to my brothers and me about what a remarkable place it was, which is often described as a guest book of history. The village of El Morro was situated on the old Zuni-Acoma Trail, which was an important ancient trade route. With its oasis-like source of water, El Morro served as a natural resting place for numerous travelers through the otherwise arid and desolate region. Many of those travelers left their signatures, names, dates, and stories of their treks in the walls on the sandstone cliff. Today, you can find more than 2,000 inscriptions from the region's original inhabitants, Spanish conquistadors, and American cavalry. My dad is fond of saying that all of us have our very own personal inscription rocks. I think what he means by that is that throughout our lifetime, we benefit from people who leave an indelible mark on our lives. People, remarkable people, who help our hopes and dreams take flight. I'm probably like you in that I'm fortunate to have a long list of people who belong on my personal rock. My parents and my grandparents are on my rock. My wife and my children are on my rock. My first grade teacher, Miss Locklear, she's on my rock. My childhood heroes like Hank Aaron and Dale Murphy, they're on my rock. And I think it goes without saying as I look out into the crowd today that many of you have a special place on my rock. I'm sure it would come as no surprise to learn that featured prominently is another remarkable person on my rock. In seemingly perfect handwriting, adorned in brilliant color and flashing in bright neon lights. You can't miss the name Jean Runyon. And just to reinforce her importance, I'll really sell it. It's dangling from a 200-foot tall hot air balloon. It's there shining like a beacon and serving as a constant reminder of the virtues that we all hold dear in a leader: confident, intelligent, capable, genuine, compassionate, visionary, tireless, enthusiastic, organized, and most importantly, someone with a deeply rooted belief in the power of education to transform lives and an unwavering commitment to student success. When I think about Inscription Rock and I think about why my dad may have shared those stories with us, I think it was not just a reminder of the amazing people who help us get to where we want to be in our lives, but also to remind us of the positive force we all can be in the lives of others. Over the last half century, hundreds and thousands of students have turned to this college to help shape their futures. Because of each of you here today, and because of generations of employees, alumni, friends, and supporters, Piedmont Virginia Community College is a name that is inscribed on rocks everywhere in this community and beyond. Together, we have earned a distinct reputation as the community's college. President Runyon, know that we're all incredibly proud and honored to join you as we begin writing exciting new chapters to the PVCC story under your leadership. And know that each and every one of us are committed to helping all those who come to PVCC achieve their dreams. Congratulations, and thank you for being on my inscription rock and for being such a positive influence on all those you come across. We've made it. This concludes our program. We ask that you please remain seated until the recessional is completed. We'd also invite you to join us for a reception immediately following the recessional. Congratulations again to President Runyon, and thank you all for being here and part of today's special event. Thank you.